Finally, my exams are over. Let's see what new things got added in Genshin.
If it came to it, I could always destroy another Jade Chain.
Well, a new update is going to talk, and it is a lot to take in. Today we are going to talk about all the teasers details of 2.4 update livestream. This is Rukoryuk and Genshin 2.4 update livestream condensed. Starting off with the new 5-star Shenhe, Lonesome Transtance, Vision, Cryo, Constellation, Crystal Dolaris. Shenhe comes from a branch of clan of Exorcist, similar to Chongyun. Due to certain reasons, she was taken in by Cloud Retainer as a disciple. For the overview of her skills, we will be going through the live stream as there is no other info anywhere. For her normal attack, standard rapid 5 strikes, with 5th one knocking the enemies away. Now going over her elemental skill. Shenhe with her elemental skills deals cryo damage with scales differently for both the tap and the hold version, gaining 2 to 3 icicle stacks, which provides her friends with elemental damage bonus depending upon the stacks gained. These stacks can be used with normal, plunging, charged attacks. From her passive talent, Spirit Commune Seal, she will provide different effects based on how her skill is triggered. Now going over her elemental burst, Shenhe summons a talisman spirit that deals periodic cryo damage on the field, while also decreasing physical and cryo resistance of the opponents. Talking about her passives, Defile Embrace, active character within the field of her burst gains cryo damage bonus. Also her Shenhe's expedition talent, Precise Comings and Goings, increases the reward obtained when dispatched in Liyue for 20 hours. Going on our brand new 4-star, Yunjin, Stage Lucida, Vision Geo, Constellation Opera Grandis. She is the current director of Yuhan Opera Troupe. Yunjin, as given, is a support character who can increase the normal attack damage dealt by all party members based on her current defense. Going on her talents, normal attacks, performs 5 consecutive spear strikes. Charge attack consumes a certain amount of stamina to lunge forward, dealing damage to enemies along the way. Her elemental skill, tap and hold. Tap flourishes her polearm in cloud grasping stance, dealing geo damage. Hold takes up a opening flourish stance, charging up, forming a shield. When the skill is released, Yunjin unleashes the charge energy as an attack, dealing geo damage. Based on the time spent charging, it will either unleash an attack of charge level 1 or 2. As for her elemental burst, Cliffhanger's Banner deals AoE geo damage, granting all nearby party members flying cloud flag formation. When the normal attack damage is dealt, bonus damage will be dealt based on Yunjin's current defense. After unlocking the talent, True to Oneself, if Yunjin is attacked at a precise moment when she casts her skill, she will directly unleash a level 2 charged form. When the talent Breaking Conventions is unlocked, when put in a party containing different elemental types, the normal attack damage bonus provided by the Flying Cloud flag formation can be further increased. Going on our other talents, when Yunjin achieves a perfect cooking on dishes with adventure related effects, she has a certain chance to obtain double the amount. If you guys are still watching, subscribe. It really helps out. Thanks. Now that the characters and weapons are out of the way, let's talk about the returning Year of Lantern Rite event. Lantern Rite is something I have missed and I do not want to miss again. Useless talk out of the way, let's go to the first event. Flame Plum Starflyer, basically you becoming Yoimiya. You will be making fireworks, but have to take care of certain parameters. The closer the quality meter is to the ideal zone, the better the fireworks. The second event, Wondrous Shadows. which looks like the mobile ad game you will get while watching YouTube videos and playing mobile games. But actually is a classic game played during Lantern Rite called Lantern Riddles. The third event, the Great Gathering. Supposedly there will be 3 ways to do this event. I don't have the information if we have to do all 3 or one of the 3. First is scavenging around the Gunyan stone forest and recovering the materials of the fallen Jade Chamber. Oh, have I told you? The Jade Chamber is returning, probably to be sacrificed again, as it is not a real event, real quest, but rather a event. Second is to come ashore of the camps of treasure holders and defeat them. Though this may be dangerous due to the enhanced status of the treasure holders. The treasure holders in these camps can be killed with a dynamite, the firecrackers in the camps. Thirdly, you can play the slime balloon with treasure holders while using the wave rider and cannons. Lastly, there is a new boss, could be an event exclusive. Defeating this giant will complete the quest and you can obtain many rewards. This was something I was actually excited about. Love the design of the new boss. Now something many people have been asking for: new skins, especially Ningguangs and Kachengs. With this Lantern Rite event there will be a reoccurring, similar to previous Lantern Rite, which I did not get to attend. Stand By Me event is back. This time known as Prosperous Partnerships. You will get to choose a Liyue 4-star character of your choice. There will be the old daily login event. Oh, almost forgot. A Mondstadt exclusive study-in potion. You have to help Timaeus complete a line of research to get rewards. During this event, players can carry and use potions to obtain buffs during the combat trials, which will be similar to the Inuzuma's Phantom Flow current. Now the last yet the most important event. 8 locals over the mountains and the seas. At Iori's request, you will be tasked with leading the little Bakidanoki Kuboshis out of the forest for this event to the places outside of the Inuzuma, Mondstadt, Liyue, and have a relaxing time. Also a reoccurring of the Winters event. In this new update 2.4, a new region called Enkonomiya will be unlocked, located under the abyss below Watatsumi Island. It is a region deprived of outside light and the civilization. I will not be talking much about this new map because there were some spoilers in the live streams which I wouldn't dare to spoil for you. In short, you dive into a deep lake. There's a big light in the distance. There are a lot of puzzles for you. This new region will be home to ancient species. You can say the previous variations of the Geovishaps. Now with the ability to drain energy through attacks, shield doesn't matter. Good and simple, although it will be a pain in the ass for the travelers. Now for the new boss, we'll be getting 2 Geovishaps with coordinating attacks and some properties using the whole stage as their playgrounds. I would say that will be rather hard to go around. While exploring the Enkonomiya island, you will also find Abyss Heralds, Abyss Lectors, and now a rather deadly Pyro Abyss Lector. Dvalin and not Dvalin and Aztaha, I was just joking. Still, which will be found guarding common and other rare chests. In the end, all the new optimizations, new sound features, and being able to move sets of furnitures made by travelers will be possible. If you like this video, consider subscribing and I will see you again.